Howdy folks, today I will be frying, or scrambling rather, corned beef hash and eggs together. I don't have any specific measurements other than to say half a can of corned beef hash and 3 large eggs, dash of pepper, a little bit of salt, and fennel seed. So, I hope you enjoy. So I've already gotten started with the corned beef hash, and as you know, it's cooked in the can already. You can eat it straight out of the can, though I prefer not to. It's just not very tasty that way. So you hear it sizzling just a little bit, and what I'm trying to do is get it just a little bit browner than that pinkish color that it has when it first comes out of the can. This is only about a half a can's worth because other than me, there are 5 dogs here, and the dogs don't get very much people food. And I'm using my trusty green pan, and I know you're not supposed to use metal utensils in them, but quite frankly, I've never had any problems in doing this, and metal utensils for something like this work far better than the plastic junk that they sell to be used in these. Alright, so we've got it sizzling, so we're going to set it aside for now. I'm going to leave the heat going. And I've got 3 eggs already cracked into a bowl. So what we're going to do with that is salt, and I eat a lot of salt, and just the tiniest bit of pepper. It's more than enough. And the secret ingredient, fennel seed. I don't know if you can see that or not. And I like fennel, so some people probably think I go a bit overboard with it. There we go. Bust the yolks. Beat the eggs. And your spices, you know, your seasoning, salt, the pepper, and the fennel seed tend to stick together if you beat them enough, long enough. You can usually get that to break up. Now we're going back on the fire with the frying pan. We've still got some heat and it's still sizzling. So at this point, we're just gonna dump the eggs right in. Roll the bowl so it doesn't run down the side. Sit that out of the way and scramble like you would scramble eggs. And honestly, this is my first time doing this, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. I've cooked corned beef hash before, and I've scrambled eggs before. I've even scrambled eggs with sausage in them. Just not this much meat. And you got to make sure that you keep flipping them and getting them over the heat, because now you have raw egg mixed and propagated all the way through the corned beef, or corned beef hash. So you got to make sure that you leave it in long enough to get the egg cooked all the way through. And you have to keep moving it so you don't scorch your eggs. or burn the corned beef hash. Look at me, I'm throwing it out on the stove. Can't have that. Can't be wasting food. Too many people in the world starving. Now, do you hear that pop? That means that it's pretty well done. Another piece on the stove, piece of potato. And I'm not seeing any more runny eggs, so we'll cut the fire off, get our plate over here. And I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I spread my fried stuff out usually on a paper towel so it will draw as much grease out of it as possible, which in this I did not put any oil or anything like that because I'm using my green pan. I'm sure you can't see that, can't make it out. Take a picture of it and put it up. I'll put a link to it in the description under the video. So, enjoy breakfast.